Good evening. You're watching News Track with me, Maria Shakil. It's probe, protests and politics in Bengal. The ED raids on IPAC's Kolkata office on Thursday have triggered a firestorm in the state. Slogans rang out today on Kolkata's streets, and at the center of the storm is the Chief Minister herself. Mamata Banerjee led a massive protest march accusing the Modi government of unleashing central agencies to politically target the Trinamool Congress. This showdown wasn't limited to Bengal alone. In capital Delhi too, Trinamool MPs hit the streets protesting outside the Home Ministry. The MPs were detained by the police as they alleged vendetta politics. It's direct confrontation between the state's leadership and a central investigative agency. And the ED's version of the story is vastly different from what Mamata's government is claiming. In fact, the ED sources have told India Today that as the Chief Minister reached the raid site on Thursday, she allegedly took the IPAC chief's phone. That's Pratik here. ED officials have claimed that they were threatened and forced to not record any recovery made. It's a battle that's now being fought in the courtroom as much as it is on the streets, with all three parties, that is the ED, the IPAC and the Trinamool Congress, moving the Calcutta High Court, which will hear the matter now on 14th. With accusations flying thick and fast, this is no longer about just an investigation. It's the centerpiece of Bengal's pre-election face-off. We'll unfold the Bengal showdown on the show today, but first up, here's what happened.
হামলাকারী পার্টি, অত্যাচারী পার্টি, অনাচারী পার্টি, দুরাহারি পার্টি, দুরাচারী পার্টি। बीजेपी को हम हरा के रखेंगे।
She has put the entire democratic process and governance to shame.
The TMC versus BJP face-off spills onto the streets from Kolkata to the national capital. Mamata Banerjee leads a protest march in the state capital, directly targeting the ED.
কিন্তু এটা দুর্বলতা নয়। আপনারা মিটিং করলে পেছনে পুলিশ, সামনে পুলিশ, ওদিকে সিআরপিএফ, ওদিকে বিএসএফ, ওদিকে আইএসএফ, কে না আছে?
This a day after she stormed the ED raids at IPAC linked premises in Kolkata and took papers during the searches. Both sides approached the High Court, but chaos reigned in court. The court deferred the hearing, next date January 14th. ED sources meanwhile have told India Today that tense scenes played out as the Chief Minister reached the raid site. She allegedly took Pratik Jain's phone, while the DGP warned ED officials not to record recoveries in the Panchnama. Targeting arrests, officers claim intimidation, pressure to dilute reports, and harassment of independent witnesses. The BJP goes on the offensive. Alleging unconstitutional conduct and misuse of state police, they have petitioned the Bengal governor.
The entire action of the Chief Minister is not only unethical, irresponsible, unconstitutional, but she has put the entire democratic process and governance to shame.
एक सीनियर पॉलिटिशियन, एक चीफ मिनिस्टर जो संविधान हाथ में रखते हुए ओथ लिया है, उनका इस तरीके से कार्रवाई सीधा संविधान के ऊपर हमला है।
The governor sent a clear message: no one is above the law, no matter how powerful.
There is a dictum which is well known. Howsoever how high you think you are, the law is always above you. We will see that law is enforced in any manner that is required. Now that it is before the High Court, let us wait for the judgment, then I will give my comment.
The Bengal fight also reached Delhi. TMC MPs held protests outside the Home Ministry.
ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की हिम्मत नहीं कि वह वहां आकर ममता बंदोपाध्याय के विरुद्ध जीत सके। जो भी रेड हुआ है वह रेड उचित नहीं है, अनुचित है। जीतने के लिए वह कुछ भी करने को तैयार है।
You see some names here on this poster. The names are Ajit Pawar. The Prime Minister himself said 70,000 crores is the scam that he's been. Where is he today? Deputy Chief Minister. Where is he today? In Maharashtra running the government with the BJP. So why is the ED selectively for the opposition and a washing machine for those that the BJP like.
Tempers flared, MPs were detained and released later, but the confrontation continues.
You're seeing what is happening to MPs. All our MPs have been picked up. Stop, Governor. Governor. No. Don't.
Raids to rallies, courts to crowds. ED versus Didi is no longer just an investigation. It is a centerpiece of Bengal's pre-election battle. And escalation is far from over. With Indrajit Kundu and Amit Bhardwaj, Bureau Report, India Today.
And joining me first on the show is former Law Minister, senior BJP leader Ravi Shankar Prasad, who held a press conference earlier today. Mr. Prasad, not the first time, perhaps won't be the last, that an opposition government is accusing you of misuse of central agencies. The Enforcement Directorate has faced these allegations in the past as well. But this time, a chief minister has personally confronted ED officials, and she is leading protests and has accused the BJP of weaponizing agencies. You and your party have countered by saying, what is Mamata hiding? And you have gone ahead and said that she has shamed democracy. As a senior BJP leader, can you spell out what concrete accountability can you expect from her government?
First of all, you must know the context. The context was in case of coal smuggling and resulted money laundering, Bengal is notorious. Today, ED has come with a public statement that in connection with money laundering about many premises, this was one of them. They had gone there, and suddenly Mamata ji goes, lands on the road, asks where is the residence of Mr. Jain, along with the police officer, goes, browbeats the ED officer, snatches the file and the documents and walks out. This is unheard of. Criticizing a central agency is quite normal. I have nothing more to comment. I'll concede it is their right also. But a chief minister who is a CM for more than 14 years, has been a central minister, knows the elements of governance. To go like this, again I ask this question, there must have been something very compelling. The suspicious circumstances, and I would say the atrocious behavior of Mamata Banerjee. Quite, I would say, condemnable to the extreme. Just going inside, and I would like to supplement my press conference. The ED has filed a writ petition for CBI inquiry and proceeding against their officers. They have outlined all the details of allegations made against the Mamata government, how they were frustrated, how the digital records were snatched away from them. And even in the court hearing, there was an attempt to browbeat the proceeding. An adjournment was given on the 14th. How do you make out of all this? This is very, very shocking. And is it the first instance, Maria? What happened in the case of Rajiv Ranjan, the DGP? Mamata ji sat on dharna in case of Sharda scam when his role was under inquiry. What happened in that Khali's case? You know it very well, how that Sheikh was thought to be protected by her. In the case of RG Kar Medical College rape case, the same thing happened. The entire investigation was thought to be frustrated. Therefore, everywhere you found the footprint of Mamata ji trying to frustrate on the ground that they are her supporters and she'll go to any extent to protect them.
Okay, but Mr. Prasad,
मैं नहीं कहूँगा ममता जी के पाप का घड़ा भर गया है.
But Mr. Prasad, the man whose house was raided and the agency which faced the raid is IPAC, which is an election management company which has been working with Mamata Banerjee for nearly a decade. So she certainly feels that by raiding an agency working closely with the TMC ahead of elections, where stakes are very high for you, the intent was to steal the documents.
I would counter this by a simple argument that there are so many agencies which work for political parties, the BJP, the Congress. I understand it has relations earlier with Mr. PK, okay? He has also worked with many political parties, including with from Mamata ji. That is not the case. The crucial issue is, will Mamata go and snatch the papers from the ED forcibly by misusing her police force, the DGP, the police commissioner? That is the point. In Shuddh language, this is called Dadagiri, nothing else. Come what may, I will do. And this is not the first time which has happened. I told about Sandesh Khali, the same thing happened. I told about RG medical case, rape victim, the same thing happened. I told how she sought to protect the police commissioner, then and now the DGP of Bengal, Mr. Rajiv Ranjan, in the case of Narda Sharda scam investigation by the CBI. How the CBI people were attacked, they had to seek protection from the High Court. So it is not one of the instances. There is a series of instances where Mamata Banerjee says, might is right, I will do whatever I do. And you cannot do it. Therefore, I would say, उनके पाप का घड़ा भर गया है. It is a textbook case of Maha Jangal Raj. I hope she would have learned some lesson from Bihar, but she hasn't learned.
But Mr. Prasad, I mean, might is right is something which is applicable, the opposition says, to the BJP and the central government. Because of the control that you have on agencies, you have been misusing it against all your political opponents in every state that you face a challenge in. They are giving examples, sir.
My reply is very simple. People have gone to court. In some cases, they have got relief. In some cases, they have not got relief. On the contrary, that education ghotala, they were in jail or not. 60 crore plus was recovered from the flat of a minister of her government or not. These are also speak eloquently about the rampant corruption. Therefore, all these argument of having a march, all the MPs doing a tamasha before the office of the Home Minister, but even those are condonable part of democratic protest. But a Chief Minister walking herself into the office and snatching paper from the ED is very, very condemnable. It puts the democratic behavior to shame. I'm sure she could have gone to the court. She could have asked for a stay on the ground of malafide. Mamata ji goes to Supreme Court at a drop of a hat. She could have gone to the court as well. But no, I'll show my might. That's the larger issue.
Okay. Mr. Prasad, in politics, and you certainly would know it better than me, perception matters more than culpability. Won't you agree that Mamata Banerjee has managed to convey that she is a victim here of BJP's unfair means and misuse of institutions?
I totally disagree with you. This only shows her desperation. Today, Bengal is the epicenter of unbridled infiltration from across the border. And she is calling them all Bengali speaking. What is this? You go, and I have gone leading 3 delegations to elections of the municipalities, of the Gram Panchayat, how people are not allowed to vote, how they are not allowed to file nomination papers. I have visited villages after villages and seen the beating which the opposition supporters, elderly people were subjected to. This shows our desperation. They were, don't say victim card, wait for the election results. The people are waiting for a decisive change. That's what I will say.
Okay, you are hopeful for a decisive change. Mamata Banerjee says that the BJP is acting desperately. It's an act of desperation because the BJP perhaps feels that it is not gaining ground but is losing ground.
मोहतरमा मारिया शकील, हम 3 MLA से 77 हो गए ना, हुए कि नहीं हुए? ये पूरे बंगाल ने देखा कि नहीं देखा? अब वेट करिए ना, 2 महीना और वेट करिए. कौन डेस्परेशन में है, ये बंगाल की जनता बताएगी. ओके, आई एम वेरी क्लियर. She will be defeated conclusively and decisively because people are fed up with her misrule, her barbaric kind of a atrocious behavior against the people, against the opposition. I will always tell you, Maria Shakil, you need to visit Bengal. And I have visited Bengal in the villages, and I have seen how villages after village people ran away, being scared of the goons of TMC. I have seen that.
Okay.
The people are waiting. Even
Okay.
the Bhadralok of Calcutta, they are not allowed to give the votes. Let us see how it works out.
All
It
right.
will work out against Mamata ji.
All right, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, thank you for your time here on India Today.
Thank you, thank you.
And let me bring in TMC MP Mr. Kirti Azad, who was in fact detained by Delhi police earlier today when he, along with other TMC MPs, were holding protests outside the Home Ministry. Mr. Azad, the Enforcement Directorate has levelled some very serious allegations against the IPAC, including funneling tens of crores through the Hawala route. Why should any investigation into an accusation as grave as this be seen through a political lens?
Well, we've known this government and its agencies are known for the untruth, for the false statements that they make all the time. We have listened to the Honorable Prime Minister since the day he came regarding 2 crore jobs and 15 lakh in every account, black money to be brought back to India. There's so many things that have been coming. They can give any amount. I don't know why they only give 10,000 crore. They should have given them more, because it's up to them to take it to any limit they want to. I mean, it's absolutely useless. You can understand. This was something to try and take away all the documents of the elections that are going to come. IPAC is a company that is registered with us as election strategist since 2019. And they are the ones who had all the strategy that we're going to have for the elections, for the upcoming assembly elections. We also have the name of the candidates. We have so many other things, a list of BLAs. We have a list of people that we're going to meet, the strategies, our meetings, where we're going to happen. So that is all they wanted to take, because simple reason, BJP in their internal survey has found out that they're not winning more than 25 seats. And hence, they want to win by hook or by crook. I think there's a lot of pressure on Amit Shah from the Honorable Prime Minister that somehow the other get me Bengal. But they're living in a false paradise. They're never going to win in Bengal because Mamata Banerjee is the tallest leader, not only in Bengal, but in the entire country.
Okay. Mr. Azad, we have accessed details of the ED petition in the Calcutta High Court. And the accusations against the Chief Minister are pretty grave here. She has been accused of taking away the phone of Pratik Jain and using her team of police officials and security cover to browbeat 3 ED officials. Isn't this obstructing government officials from doing their job?
She has made it very clear that she went there as the chairman of the All India Trinamool Congress. We all know that she is the chairperson of the Trinamool Congress. She was there when she knew that her own data, something like maybe, Maria, somebody comes to your house and says that there is a PMLA case of 1,000 crore, comes there, takes your property papers, take your office paper, take your residential papers, takes your contract that you have with the thing, and just in the name of PMLA. So they can make any allegations that they want to. But the actual matter of fact is that why 2 months before the election? Why don't you understand that question? The matter is that they basically want to take away all the details of the elections from IPAC, which only keeps that. I mean, and they're accusing us of scam. I mean, who does the coal ministry handle? It's the central government. They have their minister. They float tenders. They manage tenders for their own people. They take money from their own people, and they're accusing others. Ulta chor kotwal ko naate. How much that is true? It's really rubbish.
Okay, so you have dismissed it outrightly here. What next for the TMC? How else are you planning to take this up? We saw protests on the streets in Kolkata with the Chief Minister herself leading it. All of you MPs, including you, sir, were outside the Home Ministry today. What now?
Our resolve has become stronger after what they've done to us. You saw the huge crowd that had gathered and was walking with Mamata Banerjee. You can see the popularity our leader has in West Bengal. She's not only popular in West Bengal, but in that country. And we could see the way people have come forward, supported Trinamool and fighting against the BJP. And we shall carry on this in the few next days to come.
I'll ask you the same question which I've asked the BJP guest just a few minutes ago. Politics in India is all about perception here, Mr. Azad, and as a politician yourself, you would know that very well. Do you feel that Mamata Banerjee has been able to turn around the taint involving the IPAC charges into sympathy for herself?
I think there's no question of sympathy or taint. Alleged taint, you should say, not taint.
Fine enough.
Because when we say 10,
Alleged,
that means...
alleged. I agree, sir.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
But I will give you certain things that the Honorable Prime Minister said. He said in one of the public meetings, which you had aired in your channel India Today and Aaj Tak, had aired when he had said Ajit Pawar ne 70,000 crore ka घोटाला किया है और ED उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई करेगी. Within 3 days, he joined the BJP. ED washing machine se washing machine se nikal gaya and he became the deputy CM of Maharashtra. I remember Amit Shah going in doing a press conference again, showed by your TV channel and by Aaj Tak, where Amit Shah is saying that Hemant Biswa Sharma, हमारी सरकार बनेगी तो हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा को हम जेल में डालेंगे. Today he is the BJP CM. There's another guy who's become the leader of the opposition who came from our party, was caught taking 5 lakh rupee bribe on camera, shown again on your camera. Why not anything about that? Why doesn't ED say? Narayan Rane, Praful Patel, so many of them. All of them went through the washing machine and ED doesn't do anything to them. 98% of the cases done by ED is against the opposition. What happens to these people against whom the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Home Minister had given charges on camera? It was live when it was being shown. What about that? That perception is gone. Where is it? Nobody knows about it.
All right, Mr. Kirti Azad, TMC MP, appreciate your time. Thank you for joining
Thank you very
us.
much, Maria. Thank you.
That's all from me on this edition of the News Track. Thanks all for watching.